Okay, we're live now. All right, you guys have 2 minutes to get in, and we will start the exam. I'm going to take a timer right now, and your test will begin in 2 minutes exactly. Get your drinks, get your snacks. I'm drinking some coffee, stretch, whatever you guys need to do. Get all your materials ready so we can start. We're going to start with the markets. We're going to go from there to technology. And then we'll pick the modules for today based on, let's say, any research that pertains to what's going on in the markets right now. Do me a favor and open Bloomberg and go to Asia Trade so we can see how the market closed. Give me one quick second. I should have had this on cue, but I'm missing my other computer. So this one is not as powerful, but I have to use it for the live no matter what. So I have to use what God's given me, you know? Okay. Um, One bad thing is I get to hear the album. You guys have to wait for the radio show and after the podcast. So I do apologize for that. Okay, let's go. Bloomberg, BLOOMBRBERG, space enter. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Okay. Now, when you go to their landing page, go to videos, search by newest. The China show came out exactly 1 day ago, 12,000 views. Hold up. We need Asia trade because they're always late. Um, oh, you know what they did? They remixed everything into the show. Why do they always do that? I have no idea. All right, let's go with the China show and just play it in the background so you can learn business. You know what I mean? And just listen to the conversations. Actually, I want to look for Asia trade, but let me see if I can find it like that. Asia trade. There it goes. Oh, 5 days ago. No, 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 no. 8 days ago. 2 weeks ago. No, we gotta go June, July, August, September, October. 4 months. 2 weeks. No, 5 days ago. No, I have to. No, I gotta go back. Um, we got this on cue. Okay, now. Okay, now everything is on cue. Um, let's do a module on sonograms. So go to Wikipedia, type in sonograms, Wiki. Space Wiki. WIKEDIA. Um, okay, let's start with medical ultrasound, and then we could go to sonogram, and we'll go to ultrasound by itself. So type in the same thing. It's going to give you the same results. Just use the top three. So we'll go medical ultrasound, sonogram, and then we'll do ultrasound. Go sonograms wiki, ultrasound. Now, just for fun, we're going to go to sound wave, and we're going to go to, I think it's, I can't remember. All right, so let's go sound wave, oh, sound wave wiki versus, the transformer version. Soundwave G1. Oh no, is that it? No, no. Oh no, 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 no. Wrong shit. Wrong shit. Wrong one. Go back. Go back. Go back. Nope. It has to be this one official. Okay, and then we have to see if we could open the other one. All right. Okay, let's go. Same thing. Soundwave Wiki, and then we'll find his clone, or we'll see if Soundwave is the clone because they're gonna have similar technology. So Soundwave, Transformers One, microcassette, Starscream, Reconnaissance, Antimatter, Ultrasonic, Optimus, Galvatron, Headmasters. In all the eras, yo. All right, we're gonna have to find it through the Autobots. Yep, I already know. That's how I'm gonna find it. Soundwave. Oh, okay. Hold up, hold up. I did it backwards. My bad. Quiere bailar, quiere bailar. Ida, Ida. Okay, now I have to shut this down and I have to bring this back completely so we can start your exams. You guys have been timed, and let me see if I can adjust it this way better. See if this is better. Now we have small controls, I have big controls. Okay, so let's go Autobots and actually, you know what we could do? We could just read the whole thing. So, all right, let's get started. It's been 9 minutes. I gave you guys 2 minutes, so that's 7 points extra credit. Give me 1 second. We need to start over. I just started the China show earlier. It's good, but it's not like the Asia trade because it gives me more markets. Okay, much better. So we're gonna use technology because by the blessing of God is at our disposal, right? All right, here we go. Everybody had time to get ready. I don't want to hear no excuses. Now, if you have a stylist, I highly recommend it. That's just me, you know. Okay. Um, this could work too. Comfortable, not perfect, but at least comfortable. All right. So here we go. Gold in the red, 0.13% at $2,652.69. Silver in the green, 0.51% at $32.20. Platinum, 0.29%, $992.42. Palladium in the red, 0.44%, $995.38. Copper 3M, 04.8, 9,950 and 80 cents. It went up. Invest at your own discretion. Chocolate in the red, 1.46%, $7,065 a pallet. Coffee in the green, 0.29%, $255 even. Sugar, $23 1 cent. In the red, 0.95%. Orange juice, $471 a pallet. In the green, 0.20%. We're going to check the docs real quick. Still in the green, 0.55%, $19,120.93. Baja Germany 40 in the green, 0.60%, $19,091 1 cent. That's a better option for me. I like that trajectory. Baja UK 100 in the green, 0.43%, $8,312.61. CAC 40 in the green, 0.85%, $7,541.36. Baja France 40 in the green, 1.24%, $7,536 even. Baja Italy 40 in the green, 1.22%, 33,456.67. So let's do a quick comparison to Germany. Germany, Italy. Italy is ahead right now. Perfect. Go Ferrari, go Lamborghini. You're doing good business. Shanghai Stock Exchange in the green, 8.06%, $3,336.50. Buy, 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 baby. Baja Japan, 225. In the green, 2.59%, 39,408.53. Hang Seng in the green, 2.82%, 22,736.87, which is still better than Europe. Nope, still better than Germany. And Kospi In the green, 0.31%, 2,569.71 cents. Excellent investment. Currencies. Let's go to our top 20 coins. Bitcoin in the red, 0.11%, 62,015, $16, 777 of a penny. Ethereum in the red, 0.20%, 2,409, 7,898 of a penny. Tron in the red, 1.66%, 15 cents, 3,900 of a penny. Solana in the green, 1.09%, $144.71, one thousandths of a penny. Binance Coin in the green, 1.51%, $563.59, 998 of a penny. Cardano in the green, 0.48%. Let's go back real quick. 0.48. That's beating. Is it beating Japan? Let me double check. 40. No. 32% Netherlands. Baja Spain, 35. That's still beating that. 48% Cardano. That's a home run, baby. That's it. Nothing else is important. One second is loading. All right, check the system. Try to refresh the page. Come on. All right, let me close my app because for some reason it's not giving me the thing. But you see, with Bitcoin, I had to be fast because it was moving fast. Okay, there we go. Come on, let's go, Tesla. Preview. Musk Robo Taxi Day, one for the history books. Billionaire and Tesla Incorporated CEO Elon Musk, who is an ardent supporter of artificial intelligence (AI), has been focusing his disclosure on self-driving cars for years, insisting that they are the future. And finally, after some delays, time has come for his electric vehicle firm to present its first ever robotaxi prototype at an event scheduled for October 10th. That's in 5 days, which will be held in Los Angeles. The Tesla CEO dubbed it as one for the history books. Now, I knew about this 10 years ago. During a conference call earlier in April, when asked whether the company could still create a self driving mechanism without him, Musk jokingly said that even if I get kidnapped by aliens tomorrow, Tesla will solve autonomy. Now, let me take a quick pause. Where's the Tesla Roadster? Bars. Hinting that everything was on the right track when it comes to full self driving FSD development, despite some being skeptical about such technology, given that federal auto safety authorities already investigated the firm over crashes that had occurred while the autopilot system was on. The Cybercab is anticipated to be smaller in size compared to Model 3 and was constructed specifically for FSD. It is further suggested that the design might be without a steering wheel or pedals. This is the product that makes Tesla a $10 trillion company. People will be talking about this moment in 100 years. Let's go really back. Let's turn on the radio show and then we'll do the podcast later. So we'll give everybody a second to come in and we'll send out the link. Everybody, welcome, welcome. We are in the middle of exams. I didn't forget about you guys. So let's start that over, and I'm going to do the commentary just the same way, okay? So here we go. Preview Musk's Robotaxi Day, one for the history books. Billionaire Tesla Incorporated CEO Elon Musk, who is an ardent supporter of artificial intelligence (AI), has been focusing his disclosure on self driving cars for years, insisting that they are the future. And finally, after some delays, the time has come for his electric vehicle firm to present its first ever robo-taxi prototype at an event scheduled for October 10th, which will be held in Los Angeles, California. The Tesla CEO dubbed it as one of for the history books. That's 5 days away from today. During a conference call earlier in April, when asked whether the company could still create a self driving mechanism without him, Musk jokingly said that even if I get kidnapped by aliens tomorrow, Tesla will solve autonomy, hinting that everything was on the right track when it comes to full self driving FSD development. Despite some being skeptical about such technology, given that federal auto safety authorities already investigated the firm over crashes that had occurred while the autopilot system was on. The Cybercab is anticipated to be smaller in size compared to Model 3 and was constructed specifically for FSD. It is further suggested that the design might be without a steering wheel or pedals. This is the product that makes Tesla a $10 trillion company. People will be talking about this moment in 100 years, Musk previously told biographer Walter Isaacson. Unlike some other robotaxis, which have been trained on machine learning, Tesla opted for cameras and neural networks, with the training being done through video data. The Cybercab will be manufactured in Tesla's Texas Gigafactory. Tesla is not the only player in the robo-taxi market. Waymo LLC, owned by Alphabet Incorporated, Google, already offers the service in several United States cities, while Zoox Incorporated, an Amazon.com Incorporated subsidiary, started testing such vehicles in early 2023 with the goal to enter the field as well. China's Pony.ai and Baidu Incorporated also provide these services in the Asian country. While Musk Company has a license for autonomous vehicle testing with a driver, it has yet to obtain one for testing without a driver. Even though the robotaxi will most definitely be the star of the show, there are rumors that more new products could be unveiled. Only a select few investors will likely be able to join the event in person, while the rest will probably be following via video link. Tesla stands in the green 3.89%, $250.07. Um, I had mentioned this, and this is why I thought about you guys. I want to know where's the Tesla Roadster, and you guys know that I won that competition, right? My company did, right? So I want to know why he had to partner with certain companies in the Asias for certain technologies that he spoke down upon, and now miraculously is part of his system because you know that that's how my systems work, and we beat them in every single part of the competition, except for when they cheated. So that's my question to Elon Musketeer. I published 24 books. Read all about it, baby. This is why I thought about you guys. And this is the talk of the town. Waymo, Hyundai join forces on autonomous driving. While Google's self driving subsidiary, Waymo LLC, and Hyundai Motor Company announced on Friday that they entered a multi year partnership on autonomous driving technology. The company said the first phase of the deal will include integrating Waymo's self driving technology called Waymo Driver into the South Korean carmaker's all electric Ionic 5 SUV, which will be added to the fleet of the Waymo. autonomous ride hailing service in the future. The vehicles made for the fleet will be manufactured at Hyundai's new plant in Georgia, with initial on road testing of the cars set to start late next year. We are thrilled to partner with Hyundai as we further our mission to be the world's most trusted driver. Waymo's CEO, Tekedra Mawakana, stated Hyundai's focus on sustainability and strong electric vehicle roadmap makes them a great partner for us as we bring our fully autonomous service to more riders in more places, she added. Alphabet A stands in the green 0.71%, $167.03. That's actually beating Cardano, but I still like the investment. Hyundai Motor Company Limited in the green 1.32%, $62.25. Not bad. Rivian downgrades. Oh, this is no good. Rivian downgrades annual production guidance. Rivian Automotive Incorporated announced on Friday that it revisited its annual production guidance to be between 47,000 and 49,000 vehicles amid production disruption. The electric vehicle manufacturer stated that the disruption was caused by a shortage of a shared component on the R1 and revenue cycle management RCV platforms. The company reaffirmed its annual delivery outlook, expected to be in a range of 50,500 to 52,000 vehicles. It also revealed that it produced 13,157 vehicles in its third quarter, ending September 30th, 2024. During the same period, the company delivered 10,018 vehicles. Rivian stock dropped by 7.88% in the pre-market trading at 6:35 a.m. Eastern Time. Rivian Automotive in the red 4.17%, $10.34 a share. I rather buy Cardano. All right, let's have fun with this. Tesla recalls 27,185 Cybertrucks. I told you that it was basura. You guys don't listen, including my brother. My older brother got one. It's the most horrific thing you will ever see in your life on the road. It is a health hazard. You cannot buy that car anywhere outside the United States. They will not sell you that car. And if you ship it somewhere, you are on your own. No warranty, no guarantee, nothing. They could blow up overseas. Too bad. Estoy dando un examen ahora mismo en el internet. Un examen, sí. Um, Tesla Incorporated is recalling 185 Cybertrucks over an issue with the rear view camera. Oh, Tesla. The United States National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, said on Friday the recall will include certain 2024 Cybertrucks that are or were operating with a specific software logic for low voltage hardware and will address the problem that could cause the rearview camera image to be delayed by 6 to 8 seconds after shifting into reverse. Yo, cuando termine tu entrevista y vamos a hablar negocio y te vamos a hacer entrevista y toda la vaina. Ok, pero el examen primero, porque sabes la clase y la vaina que tengo esta responsabilidad. Y tú sabes que yo soy judío y la única forma que lo puedo hacer, si no lo hago de esa forma, entonces tengo que coger para la casa y no tengo que ir a rezar y bueno, entonces no puedo. Ok, pues con el tiempo tú vas a entender. Ok, this recall will include certain 2024 Cybertrucks that are or were operating with a specific software logic for low voltage hardware and will address the problem that could cause the rear view camera image to be delayed by 6 to 8 seconds after shifting into reverse. Take note of that. Hold on. Woo! Thank you so much. Dios te bendiga igual. Un caramelito, déjame ver qué. Yo, pero que yo tengo todo estudiante aquí en vivo. Vamos, déjame ver. Ay, Dios mío, cuánta bendición. No, 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 ya yo sé que vamos a tener problemas. Este tigre vaya en gira, se jodió todo. Loco, no vas para allá, yo vengo ahora. Que no, loco, anda. Loco, ¿dónde tú estás? No, tú sabes, no me vengas con ese cuento que tenemos un concierto. No, que di una vuelta, loco, trae los fucking Lamborghini para atrás, ¿qué es lo que está haciendo? Oh, shit. Ok, vamos a comenzar de nuevo. Let's start over. Tesla recalls 27,185 Cybertrucks. Tesla Incorporated is recalling 27,185 Cybertrucks over an issue with the rear view camera. The United States National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, said on Friday the recall will include certain 2024 Cybertrucks that are or were operating with a specific software logic for low voltage hardware and will address the problem that could cause the rear view camera image to be delayed by 6 to 8 seconds after shifting into reverse, thus affecting rear visibility and increasing the risk of a crash. The electric car maker released a free software update for affected customers, and it is set to mail owners by November the 25th. Tesla stands in the green 3.89%, $250.07. Now we're gonna finish with this. Um, let's see how we can do this. Okay. All right. We're gonna close with this. Tesla set to plan 4 new battery versions. Tesla Incorporated is planning to develop 4 new versions of its battery. The information reported on Thursday, citing people with direct knowledge of the matter. The batteries would be used for Tesla's Cybertruck, robo-taxi, and other electric vehicles. The company intends to move the production of its dry cathode 4680D battery from Fremont, California to Austin, Texas, and start using it in Cybertrucks by the middle of next year, according to the report. Tesla also allegedly plans to manufacture between 2,000 and 3,000 Cybertrucks a week with the new batteries by next year and introduce 4 other versions of the 4680 by 2026. So let's take mental note of that. So 3,000 Cybertrucks a week is 12,000 a month. So 120,000 in 10 months plus 20. So let's say 140 to 150,000. You know how many hypercars I'm gonna have on the road when I could beat them by doing 3,000 vehicles a day in the Dominican Republic? Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready, baby. Designer of the car of the future. I'm the man, right? Shit. All right. Um, let's take a quick look at the markets. Let's refresh, see if there's been any developments. Please log on to marketwatch.com and thank you for sponsoring today's episode. Dow logs record high as stocks rise. Treasury yields jump after strong jobs data. Well, here we go with these pop ups. Okay, here we go. By Christine Eid Zelis. We don't need recessionary level cuts from the Fed, says a senior portfolio manager for fixed income at Morgan Stanley. U.S. stocks rallied Friday on fresh signs of a strong labor market, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average ending at a record peak, while the bond market dialed back recession fears. The United States employment report for September was surprisingly strong, said Vishal Kaduya, senior portfolio manager for fixed income at Morgan Stanley Investment Management, in a phone interview on Friday. We don't need recessionary level cuts from the Fed, he said, pointing to the latest data on job growth, spurring the bond market to price out some. Click on see original version of the story. I don't know why they do this. This is like, it's like they don't think about the students. That really, really bothers me because I couldn't afford these books. I had to do everything like this. And it's like, damn, at least try. They're talking about the supply chain normalizing. Please. It's called use technology, invest the money. Nonsense. Ooh, fortune, baby. That's it. We're going to close with this. Please log on to fortune.com, leadership Broadcom, an $803 billion company most people have never heard of, just knocked Tesla out of the Magnificent Seven. By Geoff Colvin, Haktan, president and CEO, Broadcom presents the VMware Explore Las Vegas 2024, with hardly anyone noticing. A tech titan you've probably never heard of has booted Tesla out of the heavily hyped Magnificent Seven. Can it stay there? And again, they have these blocked off. I don't know why they even put them. You have no access to them. Let's continue. Mm-mm. I don't like these businesses. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. South China Morning Post. China EU relations, China diplomacy. China EV tariff vote leaves EU relieved yet wary over Beijing's likely retaliation. Decision to slap duties of up to 35% on mainland imports lays bar divisions in European leadership as complex negotiations continue. That means they have to make a profit after taking a 35% loss. That's crazy, yo. A near audible sigh of relief emanated from European Commission headquarters on Friday as it gained enough backing from the EU's 27 members to slap tariffs on Chinese made electric vehicles. In the end, the result was not even close. Just 5 of the 15 capitals required to block duties of up to 35.3% on the imports voted against, despite frantic lobbying from Beijing and Berlin to oppose them. A dozen abstentions might not look like glowing support on paper, but in Brussels, they were seen as efforts to offer simultaneous, if lukewarm, support for the Commission's findings, while staying out of Beijing's retaliatory firing line. The defeat would have left Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen hawkish China agenda dead in the water before her second team of commissioners was put in place. It would also have damaged the bloc's credibility ahead of a potential return to the White House by Donald Trump after the United States presidential election in November. The EU's decision to keep countervailing duties on EVs was significant because it strengthens the new Commission and it gives the right signal as to where the EU is in its relations with China, also towards the United States prior to its presidential election, said Alicia Garcia Herrero of French investment bank Natixis. Even as it passed, the void laid bare the divisions at the very top of Europe's food chain. France voted for the tariff and Germany against. Germany is smart. They know how to do business. You see that they're taking a loss on the market, but they still know manufacturing. China knows welding. You have them working together, you got a home run. Just imagine. Just imagine. This is just one example. In the run up, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz spent weeks phoning other European leaders to try to convince them to take his side while he overruled his dissenting coalition partners to force a nay vote from Berlin. These efforts reaped almost no dividend in an indicative vote on the same issue in July. Only four voted against. Friday's vote saw just one more country added to that list, Germany. The stakes are hard to overstate. If Scholz had succeeded in overturning the tariffs at the 11th hour, it would have vindicated China's efforts to lean on individual member states and been the final nail in the coffin of EU efforts to have a foreign economic policy, said Sander Tordoyer in the Center for European Reform. The EV, no, that EV tariff will still pass is because other countries, including traditional Berlin ally, the Netherlands, are holding the line. Now, we did talk about the Netherlands. I think it's top 30 or 40. Let's double check to see because I definitely have many, many investments there. So I need to check that. Give me one quick second. That was a good call, though. That was a good call, and we did it first thing. So that's great. Nope. Let's go back to the markets. Let's go to not bonds. Let's go to the Netherlands because I mentioned it. Okay, in the green, 0.32%, 929, $929.35. So my money is good. I just had to double check. Woo! My money's good, baby. Let's go. Okay. Okay. That EV, no, that the EV tariffs will still pass is because other countries, including traditional Berlin ally, the Netherlands, are holding the line. So Berlin and Germany understand no tariffs. We need more cars so we can manufacture more. China's trying to get more welds, and then they're voting against it when they're gonna get the technology late and more expensive. So who laid the egg? Hold up. Nope. Hold up. France voted against. But then look at the cars in France. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. Is France known for the illest technology in cars? No, and this is why. Because they're blocking the business from coming in and paying taxes and giving jobs and building stuff up, and that's how you build your country. Doing business. Can't build your country if you don't do business. Not gonna happen. Okay. Nor did Beijing's combination of carrots and sticks yield much. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz for weeks lobbied European Union members to vote against the tariff on Chinese electric vehicles. Photo from the DPA. While Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez spoke out against the tariffs during the trip to Beijing, his government eventually abstained. Cyprus, a traditional ally of Beijing, flipped from a no in July to an abstention. 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 Ireland despite having its dairy sector investigated by China's Commerce Ministry, went from an abstention to a vote in favor. So you see, they gave them a chance to do business. All they're saying is come prepared and have your shit together. All right. Yet amid their relief, Brussels officials are now stealing for a longer term war. EU sources expect China's retaliation to come in earnest at the start of November, when the EV tariffs are likely to have been signed into law and taken effect. So, you know what that means? Car prices are going to skyrocket in November. You know where you heard it first. You got a whole month in advance. Plan your investment. You're going to trade out. What you're going to do? Do it now. Don't wait till Thanksgiving because you're going to be paying 80,000 for a Toyota Camry. So if you want the fully loaded or you want to buy a luxury car, but at least you know the Toyota and the Honda is going to last forever. So you're still going to pay the same price. And financing, from what I hear, is expected to be like 8.9%. Are you crazy, my man? Shit. Hell no. No, 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 no good, no good, no good. Okay. This will probably include anti dumping duties on French cognac at the very least. So, okay, we're going to tax your cognac. You're going to tax the cars that you need to continue developing your economy. It makes no sense. Like, you're giving us liquor, we're giving you cars. Makes no sense. And officials are eyeing potential restrictions on the supply of some critical minerals. Until then, and foreseeably afterwards too, Beijing will continue to push for ways to end or reduce the tariffs for its companies. German car makers have criticized the move, with Mercedes Benz citing negative effects on the industry. We are convinced that punitive tariffs worsen the competitiveness of an industry in the long term, a company spokeswoman was quoted as saying by DPA AFX. Volkswagen on Wednesday had urged Germany to vote against the tariffs, calling it a wrong approach. BMW CEO Oliver Zips called the vote a fatal signal for the European automotive industry, according to Reuters. What is needed now is a quick settlement between the EU Commission, European Union, and China, Beijing, to provide a trade conflict from which no one gains. Zips was quoted as saying, technical talks are slated to continue on Monday, the Chinese Commerce Ministry said in a statement, a development that will please the governments and companies that have called for a negotiated settlement. Wang Wentao, China's commerce minister, at a meeting with German economy minister Robert Habeck in Berlin in September. Technical talks between the two sides are expected to continue. Photo courtesy of Routers. You know what that means? They're going to be working with Porsche. That means Lamborghini. That means Volkswagen Group. That means Remax. That means Bugatti and whatever other companies they have, which that includes Audi as well. And the list just goes on. It's like they got everybody except the Fiat Group and Ferrari. But I'm not sure. Let's see what happens. In Brussels, however, expectations are measured as to what can actually be achieved. Talks have so far focused on setting minimum prices for EV imports, but these are complex undertakings that must meet World Trade Organization rules. Rather than a blanket deal, negotiators would have to piece together a complex lattice work Latticework. Lattice work. Lattice work. Latticework. Lattice work. The word of the day is lattice work. I would like 5 pages, 5 paragraphs, 5 sentences each um, on the definition of lattice work and how you can implement it with technology in your business. Of side deals with each car company affected by the tariffs, Sweden's trade minister Benjamin Dusa hinted that one such agreement could be in the works for car maker Volvo, owned by China's Geely. See, I'm still thinking Volvo is a Swedish company, and I'm concerned about the economy there because your world's greatest timepieces are made there, or their heritage comes from those type of designs. So you see Rolexes are tanking down, and people are going back to the regular ones. Now the regular ones have a special allure to them because you're not spending top dollar, and people don't want to put diamonds on a Rolex. I mean, you could do it, but come on, man. You, I, people just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, B. All right. Which is in line to pay duties of 18.8% on top of the standard 10% import tariff for EVs. So 28.8%, and you want to tax an additional 35%? What do you want the cars to cost? Or you want the warranty to be 1 year? That makes no sense. We have had very positive signals just recently from the commission that they hopefully could go ahead with individual solutions for the auto industry and for Volvo cars specifically. DUSA said on Friday. Officials hope the punitive duties will help create a level playing field. Meanwhile, national governments, including in France and Spain, hope they will lay the groundwork for more Chinese companies to set up factories and bring jobs to European soil. But both these roads are strewn with potholes. Europe's auto industry is mired in a crisis of falling and failing sales and strong Chinese competition that tariffs alone will not fix. So, in other words, China is taking over the market, but all they know how to do is one thing. When you're talking about Porsche, come on, man. You know the craftsmanship. You know those cars don't break. You cannot break a Porsche if you try to. You just can't break it. It's like a Corvette. I'm sorry. It's like a Honda Toyota. You just can't break it. And they're built bulky. They're built to last you forever. A Porsche will last you a lifetime, easy. You don't measure those cars in millions of miles. You measure them shits in generations, 3, 4 generations. In a letter to the Commission this month, the European Automobile Manufacturers Association asked for an extension to the phase out of combustion engines, pointing to the lack of infrastructure needed to support electric vehicle growth. We are missing crucial conditions to reach the necessary boost in production and adoption of zero emissions vehicles, charging and hydrogen refilling infrastructure, as well as a competitive manufacturing environment, affordable green energy, purchase and tax incentives, and a secure supply of raw materials, hydrogen, and batteries, the letter read. On the other hand, some EU officials are reluctant to embrace widespread Chinese investment in the sector due to a combination of security concerns and the fact that it would not promote Europe's own industry. The localization of Chinese EV production cannot fully assuage concerns about Europe's over reliance on Chinese companies for a critical green technology good at a time when policymakers are focused on cybersecurity and data security risks tied to connected vehicles, stated a report from Research House Rhodium Group this week. A permissive policy towards Chinese technology in the car sector could not only leave Europe vulnerable to such risks, but also put it at odds with G7 allies, notably the United States, which has taken a restrictive approach that is so ignorant. Finbar Birmingham. Finbar Birmingham reports on Europe China relations for the Post. He joined the newspaper in 2018, initially on the political economy desk, reporting primarily on global trade, economics, and geopolitics. After a decade on the trade beat in London and Hong Kong, he took up the role of Europe correspondent, moving to Brussels to report from the heart of the European Union, having helmed the US China trade war update, a weekly podcast since 2019. He is the current host of the China Geopolitics podcast. Shout out to you, man, and God bless and thank you for writing this amazing article that we're able to share with all of our students. Okay, so we're gonna close this down. Let me close this album because I'm not listening to music right now. And let's continue. If I can get this thing to work. Okay, perfect. We're all here. All right, perfect. So let me put my stylus away so it can recharge and I can use it at a later time. Give me one quick second. Okay. You see the prototype, right? Y'all see what we working with? Y'all see what we working with here? You see what kind of businesses we in? Technology, baby. You better ask somebody. Okay. All right. Let's close this down, which is taking power and consuming power. Let's double check our battery life. Very good for putting a high strain on the system. So let's start with medical ultrasound. Please go to Wikipedia or open your app. You can do either. Put it on engineering, large, wide, and dark mode. Okay. Medical ultrasound. All right, here we go. Medical ultrasound includes diagnostic techniques, mainly imaging techniques using ultrasound, as well as therapeutic applications of ultrasound. In diagnosis, it is used to create an image of internal body structures, such as tendons, number one. Number two, number two, muscles. Number three, joints. Number four, blood vessels. Number five, and internal organs to measure some characteristics. For example, distances and velocities, or to generate an informative audible sound. The usage of ultrasound to produce visual images for medicine is called medical ultrasonography, or simply sonography, or echo echography. The practice of examining pregnant women during or using ultrasound is called obs- obstetric ultrasonography and was an early development of clinical ultrasonography. The machine used is called an ultrasound machine, a sonograph, or an echograph. The visual image formed using this technique is called an ultrasonogram, a sonogram, or an echogram. Ultrasound is composed of sound waves with frequencies greater than 20,000 hertz per second, which is the approximate upper threshold of human hearing. Ultrasonic images, also known as sonograms, are created by sending pulses of ultrasound into tissue using a probe. The ultrasound pulses echo off tissues with different reflection properties and are returned to the probe, which records and displays them as an image. A general purpose ultrasonic transducer may be used for most imaging purposes, but some situations may require the use of a specialized transducer. Most ultrasound examination is done using a transducer on the surface of the body, but improvised visualization is often possible if a transducer can be placed inside the body. For this purpose, special use transducers, including transvaginal, endorectal, and transesophageal, trans T R A N S E S O P H A G E A L, transesophageal. Transesophageal transducers are commonly employed at the extreme. Very small transducers can be mounted on small diameter catheters and placed within blood vessels to image the walls and disease of those vessels. So let's go back up. Let me program this. Let me speed this up. Give me one quick second because you know that some of my investments are automotive. And when I'm at the auction bidding, I need this shit to be lightning fast. But if I'm doing other things like coding and programming, I don't. Give me one quick second. No. Okay, let's put the delay. All right, let me not put it that fast, but we'll work with this. Okay, much better. Okay, so we start with medical ultrasound. Let's go to sonogram, right? Yeah, let's go to sonogram. Sonogram may refer to SONOGRAM. No, 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 not that. No, this is wrong. Ultrasound, sonogram. Nope, this is the wrong study. Okay, all right. So let's go to ultrasound. Okay. Ultrasound is sound with frequencies greater than 20 kilohertz per second. This frequency is the approximate upper audible limit of human hearing in healthy young adults. The physical principles of acoustic waves apply to any frequency range, including ultrasound. Ultrasonic devices operate with frequencies from 20 hertz up to several gigahertz. Ultrasound is used in many different fields. Ultrasonic devices are used to detect objects and measure distances. Objects, distances, x axis, y axis, yin and the yang. Ultrasound imaging and sonography is often used in medicine in the non destructive testing of products and structures. Ultrasound is used to detect invisible flaws. Indus- Industrially, ultrasound is used for cleaning, mixing, and accelerating chemical processes. Animals such as bats and porpoises use ultrasound for locating prey and obstacles. Okay, so before we go into the history, we have to go through diagnostic, imaging, ultrasound, We got to do tendons, muscles. Like we cannot. This is all on the test. So we cannot. I cannot take this out of the test. So you guys are being tested on this. Um, we could even start at preclinical imaging. Let's go with that. That way we can get through this. Okay, preclinical imaging. Let me see the time counter. So if you guys need a break, go take a break, stretch, hydrate, drink some water, get you some snacks. You notice we're using this for acoustics, and we're designing and engineering our X and Y axes, objects and distance. We'll go over the different systems as we go along. We just finished aerodynamics. We're back on medical technology. You guys have one more minute. All right, extra credit. Let's rock and roll. Preclinical imaging is the visualization of living animals for research purposes, such as drug development. Imaging modalities have long been crucial to the researcher in observing changes, either at the organ, tissue, cell, or molecular level in animals responding to physiological or environmental changes. Imaging modalities that are non invasive and in vivo have become especially important to study animal models longitudinally. Broadly speaking, these imaging systems can be categorized into primarily morphological forward slash anatomical and primarily molecular imaging techniques. Techniques such as high frequency micro ultrasound, magnetic resonance imaging MRI, and computed tomography CT are usually used for anatomical imaging, while optical imaging, fluorescence, and bioluminescence, positron emission tomography PET, and single photon emission computed tomography SPECT systems are usually used for molecular visualizations. These days, many manufacturers provide multimodal systems combining the average of anatomical modalities such as CT and MR with the functional imaging of PET and SPECT as in the clinical market. Common combinations are SPECT forward slash CT, PET forward slash CT, and PET forward slash MR. We'll finish with micro ultrasound for today, and we'll get to the fun part. Micro ultrasound principle. High frequency micro ultrasound works through the generation of harmless sound waves from transducers into living systems. As the sound waves propagate through tissue, they are reflected back and picked up by the transducer and can then be translated into 2D and 3D images. Micro ultrasound is specifically developed for small animal research with frequencies ranging from 15 megahertz to 80 megahertz. Okay, this will go into the strengths and we'll continue with the following chapter on the following exam. So now we got to the fun part, right? And once again, I want to thank you guys. We're at the 1 hour mark, so we're good. We're on time. And you guys got two breaks. So here we go. Before we go to Soundwave, because we're going to finish with Soundwave, let's go to Autobots Wikipedia and let's go into our engineering class. The Autobots are a fictional faction of sentient robots in the Transformer multimedia franchise. The Autobots are living robots from the planet Cybertron, who, like most Transformers, are each imbued with a unique life force known as a spark, led by Optimus Prime in most stories. The Autobots believe freedom is the right of all sentient life and are often engaged in a civil war with the Decepticons, a faction of Transformers dedicated to military conquest and usually headed by Megatron. In a mirror universe portrayed in Transformers Shattered Glass, the Autobots are villains opposed by the heroic Decepticons. The transformation COG, and the living metal of each Transformer's body allows them to change from their natural robotic body into an alternate mode based on something, a form of technology or life form that they've observed and scanned. When first introduced, most Autobots transformed into cars, trucks, and other road vehicles. Over time, Autobots have been introduced with alternate modes that include aircraft, weapons, robotic animals, and a variety of devices, such as music equipment or microscopes. In most Transformers media, the Autobots originally transformed into alien style vehicles and technology native to their home planet Cybertron, but they later adopt alternate forms based on human technology after journeying to Earth. In the live action film series, as well as the CGI animated series Transformers Prime, the title Autobots is explained to be a short version of the title Autonomous Robotic Organisms. In Japan, the Autobots are called Cybertrons, Cybertron, but are referred to as Autobots, Autoboto, in the film series Transformers Animated and Transformers Prime. In Italy, they are called Auto Robot. The Autobot insignia is also sometimes referred to as an auto brand, a term that first appeared in issue number 14 of the Marvel comic series. The descendants of the Autobots, the Maximals from Transformers Beast Wars, are also known as Cybertrons in Japan. So let's go Optimus Prime Megatron, all right? And then you guys could chill for the rest of the day. Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime, also known in Japan as Convoy, is a fictional character and the protagonist of the Transformers franchise. Generally depicted as a brave and noble leader, Optimus Prime is the supreme commander of the Autobots in their fight against the Decepticons. The Transformers characters were developed for the American market after Hasbro representatives visited the 1983 Tokyo Toy Show. The characters were modified and the coloring was changed. Notably, Optimus Prime was colored red, chrome, and dark blue. The popularity of the Transformers toys resulted in comics, movies, and the TV series. In the Transformers mythology, Optimus Prime is a Cybertronian, a member of an extraterrestrial species of sentient, self configuring, modular robotic life forms, in example, cars and other objects, a blend of biological evolution and technological engineering. He is the primary hero of the story, opposing the Decepticon leader Megatron. Optimus Prime was born May 21st. Over the history of the Transformers franchise, the voice of Optimus Prime has been portrayed by a variety of actors, such as Peter Cullen, Gary Chalk, Neil Kaplan, David Kai, Alan Tudyk, and Chris Hemsworth. Now, that's the day after my little brother's birthday. That's tight. Okay, let's go to Soundwave. Let's do Megatron. Hold on, I don't want to skip Megatron. We'll do Megatron and then we'll finish with Soundwave because I was looking for his Autobot version and it's one of my favorite names. I just can't remember it. Okay, have to Put sugar in my system. Hold 1 second. Okay. Megatron is the main antagonist of the Transformers media franchise produced by the American toy company Hasbro and the Japanese toy company Takara Tomy. He is the tyrannical leader of the Decepticons, a villainous faction of alien robots that seeks to conquer their home planet of Cybertron and the rest of the known universe, and serves as the archenemy of Optimus Prime, the leader of the rival Autobot faction. As with all Cybertronians, Megatron can disguise himself by transforming into vehicles or weapons. His alternate molds have included a Walter P-38 handgun, a particle beam weapon, a telescopic laser cannon, a Cybertronian jet, and various tanks, depending on which continuity he is depicted in. His original name is D16, so he was always a tank. He was always a tank. Let's just not go there. Okay. Or laser cannon tank, whatever. Megatron's most consistent origin portrays him as having risen up from being an oppressed worker to a gladiatorial champion who took the legendary name of the original 13 Primes, Megatronus, as his own. He shortened his name when he became a political revolutionary who attempted to reform Cybertron's corrupt governing body and called for an end to its decrepit, decrepit caste system. Basically, y'all know this is Fidel Castro, and Optimus is John F. Kennedy. Okay, as the mentor of the young Orion Pax, Megatron preached that freedom of self determination was the right of all sentient beings. When Megatron grew corrupted by his power, Orion would utilize his teachings against him. As Optimus Prime, in most incarnations, Megatron would eventually meet his demise at Optimus' hands, only to later be resurrected as Galvatron. Megatron has become one of the franchise's most iconic characters and a widely recognized villain in popular culture. The character's popularity has seen him appear on a variety of merchandise, such as toys, clothing, and collectible items, theme park attractions, and be referenced in a number of media. He has been adapted in live action, animated, and video game incarnations, having been voiced by actors including Frank Welker, Corey Burton, Hugo Weaving, and Brian Tyree Henry. Now let's go. We'll do the 13 original primes next time, but we're going to move on to Soundwave. And we'll see if next time we can find his Autobot counterpart. Or maybe he's hiding right here. Soundwave is a fictional robot character appearing in various Transformers continuity lines within the Transformers franchise. His most well known disguise is that of a micro cassette recorder. Throughout most of his incarnations, he is an underlying loyal lieutenant of the Decepticon leader Megatron. He is commonly depicted as Megatron's communications officer, and in some interpretations only speaks when mocking the Autobots. Transformers Generation Number 1. Soundwave is one of the characters from the original Transformers line. His alternate mode is a microcassette recorder, and he has a distinctive monotone computerized voice. Soundwave is able to detect and jam transmissions across the entire energy spectrum, a talent that makes him suited to his position as a Decepticon communications officer. Additionally, he has a photographic memory on account of the data storage capacity of the magnetic disk in his chest compartment, and He is armed with a shoulder mounted laser cannon and handheld concussion blaster. Soundwave is physically strong compared to most Transformers. His alternative form is that of an earthly microcassette deck within the tape compartment, which becomes his chest. In robot mode, he stores a variety of Decepticon spies, all of which take the alternative form of a microcassette. These spy characters include Ravage, Laserbeak, Buzzsaw, Ratbat, Rumble, Frenzy, Slugfest, Wingthing, Auto Scout, and Overkill, all of whom are under Soundwave's command. In the original television series, Squawk Talk and Beastbox were additional cassette characters under Soundwave's control within the United States toy line, who never appeared on the cartoon. Now, I have a lot of race cars with these names. That's all I'm going to share. My family knows how special they are to me. Okay, Soundwave's cassettes are quick to serve and defend Soundwave in a crisis, and generally relate to him as servants or even pets. However, when his cassette Ratbat became leader of the Decepticons in the Marvel comic series, Soundwave fully shifted his trademark loyalty from Megatron to him. In the Dreamwave comics, Ratbat led the Ultracons faction, while Soundwave remained with the Decepticons led by Shockwave. Although within that continuity, these events occurred before Ratbat took up a cassette form in the IDW comics on pre war Cybertron. Soundwave functioned as a personal assistant to Ratbat, who was a senator at the time. However, Soundwave's true loyalty was with Megatron. When the time came for him and Starscream to massacre the Senate, he enslaved Ratbat by bestowing the smaller, weaker cassette body upon him. Let's go to Shockwave real quick. Just because I'm kind of thrilled that they brought him up. No? Okay, hold up. No, 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 no. Give me one quick second. I made a mistake. Led by Shockwave. I don't understand. It's giving me animated series. Same thing. We went over that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time that we have for today. I want to thank you guys for passing by. I'm going to be engineering while I get to review this content. I want to thank you guys so much. God bless everybody in the podcast, everybody on the radio station, everybody on the YouTube Live, StreamYard, Discord, Twitch, Twitter, Spaces, everywhere that we're broadcasting live. We thank you very much for your presence. We appreciate each and every single one of you. You guys are my inspiration. I do this for you guys. I used to be like you just yesterday, and I'm still learning every day. So may you have an amazing day today. May you conquer everything in your path, and may everything that you touch turn into solid gold. Always remember to dream big because dreams come true. It happened to me, and I know for a fact it's going to happen to you. I love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. God bless everybody. See you in the next class. I'm grading all of your exams tonight. Okay, this is done. Okay. Entonces, now I can go to engineering and we'll end the stream here. And we love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Holla at your boy, greatest teacher of all time, baby, in the universe. Remember, I'm a time traveler from the year 9998. Don't forget. See you in the future.